I was running for my life. So I was screaming at the same time as I was shouting, help, 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 who is there, help. I think the security people from my estate heard and ran out. They ran out, then some few guys from some small houses inside the bush heard and also ran out. So when I saw like some two guys first running towards me, I decided to slow down because I did not know if they were the same. Maybe they were those kind of people. Maybe their aim was also to come rob or kidnap me, you know. When they were running and they came towards me and they saw that I was walking slowly and they were like, what is it? What's the problem? Who was screaming? Was it you? When I saw that okay, they wanted to help, I said yes, I'm the one screaming. I just fell off a keke now. They were taking me away. I didn't know. I think they wanted to kidnap me or whatever. I didn't know what they were taking me for. The guy was like, look at blood. Look at blood all over you. I was like, blood? Where? Where is blood? I didn't have blood. They didn't use the knife on me. Yeah. I don't have blood. The guy was like, look at your hands. Look at your clothes. It's already stained. That was when I looked at my hands and I saw my hands were covered with blood. The blood was actually dripping. Like it was dripping seriously like water. I think it was actually dripping from when I fell, and I think since inside the keke, but I didn't even notice. I didn't notice I had blood coming out of me. I was so tensed. I didn't know what was going on. You know, where they met me was actually where I threw some of my things. So I picked up one or two letters that I had. They were helping me to pack the things, you know, that fell off. And they were all screaming that look at your hand is the blood is too much. They need to you need an urgent attention. Like they need to take you to a pharmacy or something because blood is too much. And I didn't even know. I just said no, no, no. I just want to go home. I can't rush to a pharmacy or whatever. I just need to see my dad or my mom. I just need to go home. And when they picked up my phone, because my phone was among the things that fell off, when they picked up my phone, the screen was already shattered. Like there was nothing we could do about it. The phone, when I carried it to even use, I saw the phone was filled with blood. The screen was shattered. Nothing. I couldn't even use the phone to call. So they were like, whose number do you have? The security was like, whose number do you have? Let's call maybe your mom or your dad from the estate so that they know what's happening. That was how I gave my dad's number. My dad wasn't back, so they called my dad. My dad was like, hello, who is this? They said, your daughter just got attacked and right now she is losing blood. She even needs urgent attention. Like they need to take her to either the hospital or somewhere just for this hand to be tied because her phone is even broke. She can't even use it. My dad, I think he was at work. My dad was already, you know, he was panicking. He was like, who? Which of my daughters? They were like, what's your name? I said, Deborah. He said, what? I'm the firstborn. My dad was like, this is unbelievable. Me, he didn't even believe it because he knows that I always go out and sometimes come back late because of work or, you know. So my dad was so shocked. He was like, what? So one bike person approached. So they decided to use him. They put me on the bike. They were like, please. I was like, I need to go to my house. My mom has a car. So I let her take me to the pharmacy. If at all I'm going, I can't go alone. My phone is even broke. Not as if I can call anyone if I get there. Let me just go get my mom since I'm already in the vicinity, like I'm close to the estate already. So the bike took me to the estate. And when I was already crying, because that was when the pain, that was when I was not feeling the pain. I didn't know I was in pains all along. I didn't even know I had blood on me. I was not feeling the pains. I was crying because I had a hair tie. They told me to use that to tie my hand so that it would stop the blood from gushing out. I tied my hand, the cloth was still soaking. So they rushed me home. So when I get home, I just dropped from the keke. We were now knocking as we just entered the gate. I was crying already, so when I just entered the parlor and my siblings saw me, drama queen Ruth, my sister, she was the one I did makeup on for melanin skin. When she saw me, I was already crying. I tied my hand, I went in there, I was like, oh God, I was almost kidnapped. She was like, kidnappers! Ah, kidnappers! That was how she started screaming. She ran to the room to go and call my mom. She said, kidnappers wanted to kidnap Sister Deborah. Kidnappers wanted to kidnap Sister Deborah. Sister Deborah is dying. Oh, kidnappers. Hey, they wanted to kidnap her. Oh. She is so dramatic, guys. She is extremely dramatic. She was now screaming. My mom now ran, now came out. Kidnappers? What is it? And I told her that, don't know, some people carried me in their keke and they were running with me, and the guy brought out knife. That was how I sustained this injury. I didn't even know I held the knife. My hand is gushing blood. I'm even in pains right now, blah blah blah. You know how mothers react. My mom wasn't even she didn't even give me that in Africa, mom, she didn't give me that pity. She was like, when you are coming back at night, what do you expect? Do you expect kidnappers not to kidnap you at night? When you are coming back late, you expect them to hug you, to treat you, to bring you home. Kidnappers. They will kidnap you. Hey God, I was like, Mom, this is not the time for all this. I am in pain. I just need serious attention right now. I just need to get to the hospital. That was how my mom didn't even know how intense it was, because I tied my hand, so that was how my dad called her. He was like, what are you doing? What are you doing at home? Have you taken her to the hospital yet? My mom said, you people are disturbing. I beg, you people should not rush me. I'm coming. Let me wear my clothes. That was how my mom majestically went to wear her clothes, and I was actually scared. My dad is the tough one. My dad is always the one who I have always been scared of. Like, he doesn't tolerate nonsense. My dad will not let you even stay out late. He has threatened me before that. I'm the first. I have like 5 siblings. So my dad said he's going to flog me in front of my siblings. He doesn't even care. But he's not an advocate for night trips and all that. But I thought I was safe because I was already at home. I thought if something was going to happen to me, it was going to happen to me very far from where I was staying. So my fiance brought me. I told him to drop me instead of bringing me to my gate. I told him to just drop me. I was already here. I just needed a bike or keke to take me home, which was not even up to 10 minutes, let's say 5 minutes or so. I told him not to worry, I'm going to be fine. He left not knowing this was going to happen. So when we were leaving the estate, the gate, I saw my dad's car. So when my dad saw my mom's car, he decided to turn to lead us. When he stopped, he was like, what's going on? He said, let somebody come and enter his car. Me, I sat down and said, me, I'm not entering my dad's car. Is it me they want to beat? Because I was so scared that even inside my injury, my dad might even beat me on top. He has never beaten me, to be honest, but I just used to be so scared of my dad for no reason, just for the fact that he's a no nonsense. He doesn't take nonsense. Like, you can't come back late, you can't do some things, you can't even speak. You can't even make common mistakes in English. My dad will automatically run you down. He will say, is this what I paid your school fees for? To be speaking yeah English up and down and all. You know how African parents are. So I was scared to enter my dad's car. I was like, I pushed my younger sister Abigail. I said, "You go to the car. Me, I'm not going. No. Yeah, if mommy can insult me like this, can maybe not even care, then I can only imagine what my dad will do." So my sister went to enter the car. So my dad was speeding. I was wondering what's happening. My dad was seriously speeding. He was calling my mom on the phone. He was like, "What the heck? Why are you slowing down? Why are you slowing down? Hurry up. Let's go attend to this." So when he asked my younger sister, like, "What happened? What did they say happened to her?" My younger sister said, "They cut my entire fist." Hey! Abigail, shout out to you for that. She told my dad that they cut my entire fist. My hand was cut off. My fingers were cut off. We just saw my dad match break, and according to her, my dad just put his hands on his head like, it's a lie. My first daughter will be handless. They have cut her hand. That was how my dad was. So he wanted to cry. He was like, "It's a lie. You mean they cut my daughter's hand?" And he was driving so fast. That one now triggered him. He now stopped. He was now shouting at my mom like, "Would you hurry up? What is wrong with you? Do you want her to lose blood and die?" I couldn't believe that was my dad. Even if I was in pain, but at the same time I was like, "Hey, they're not gonna beat me. They're not gonna beat me." You see my dad that is doing all this. You know, my mom was in the car insulting me seriously. She was like, "What this young girl trying to hear what?" Well, she didn't even know what I went through with my hairstylist, and all that. I would have been back home earlier to even pack for this wedding I was going for. I didn't even have the opportunity to pack because of all my schedules and all that, all my schedules. So I decided to, pack that day, but as God will have it, this was what shattered everything for me. Everything, guys. So we went to the hospital, the first hospital we went to. When they saw the hand, they treated it and decided to stitch the hand together because it was very deep and blood kept gushing out. So they decided to stitch the hands so it will reduce the blood from gushing out. So after that, I had to sleep. They had to give me a bed there because they were like, they need to give me a drip because I've lost a lot of blood and need to do whatever. So that was when my dad saw the hand, and my fiance, as my husband now, also came because my sister Abigail called him and she told him what happened. He just got home. According to him, he just got home, and as he was just about to pull his clothes, he just saw my sister's call. He picked just for her to tell him, "We are at the hospital. Your fiance has been attacked." My husband was like, I just dropped her. I'm just coming back. I just dropped her." My sister was like, "Okay, we are at the hospital." That was how he ran and came to the hospital just within some minutes. I just heard someone, I think he wanted to enter, they did not allow him to enter. I just heard someone from the window saying, "Baby, I'm sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. I would have dropped you at home. I'm sorry. Please don't cry." Because I was screaming my life out when they were dressing the wound. It was so painful. Blood was gushing out. They were dressing the hand. If you see how painful that thing was, God, I was screaming my life, and he was at the window and he was crying. He was like, "Baby, I'm sorry. I didn't know. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny that time, oh. It wasn't funny. I'm sorry and all that. So I was like, okay, no problem. So after all that, they gave me bed, blah blah blah. The next day, they did an X-ray. They said, okay, your bones are intact, but the problem is we don't even know how deep. We can see how deep this wound is, but we don't even know the next step to take. Let's refer you to a higher hospital. Maybe they will make a better conclusion on what exactly is to do with this hand, because the cut is very deep, so they don't even know if it's tendons or is it something that will just be treated. So when I went to the hospital they referred me to, which is the National Hospital here in Abuja. So when I went there and they saw my hand, they will ask me first of all what happened, and I gave them report. Everybody was like, "Are you serious? This thing is happening in this town? You mean this thing is happening in Abuja? Blah blah blah." I was like, guys, it happened to me. So they ended up concluding that it was going to be a surgery. Guys, I never thought it was going that way, to be honest. They said it's going to be a surgery that because my tendons has been cut off. What tendon is actually those veins connecting your fingers together, those veins that give your finger this whole movement and all that. And I was like, I don't think it's that deep. They were like, what do you know? I didn't even know that once they cut you that deep and cut your tendons, automatically means your hands will not move as much. I didn't know that. So they told me your tendons have been affected, so we definitely need to do a surgery on you. We need to carry a surgery on you. I was like, hey, this thing it has reached surgery level. They said yes, so it has reached surgery level. It's surgery. They were like, start up the process, do the payment, blah blah blah. It's surgery time. So after making all the preparations and all that, they said okay, that my surgery is going to be, I thought they were even going to say maybe the next day or something. These people announced, they just told me that they are going on strike. Nigeria, this is our country. If you are dying, if doctors want to go on strike, they don't even mind. It's not their business. Whether you like die, you are about to die, them they shall know that they are going on strike, and that strike, nothing can stop them from going on that strike. They will have to go. And they told me that the surgery is actually something that they need to do fast, because the more I stay, the more the tendons are shrinking, and since the hand has been cut off, they need to get the tendons back together just so they won't shrink. They told me they were on strike and there is no way they can do this surgery. I was like, so what's going to happen? What's the next step? They say you have to wait. We'll give you a new date. Maybe when we'll give you a new date when we are coming back. We'll do the surgery. Guys, bear in mind that that same month was my wedding month. We had done everything, paid caterers, planned, paid the hall, everything apparently. So we actually couldn't even plan on shifting the wedding because everything was planned. How on earth are we gonna do? The only thing that we needed to fix was my hand. We needed to fix that hand so that we will get this whole thing over with. I was in serious pains. I was in severe pains. Oh God. I just wanted to get done. So they told me I had to go back home. I actually thought we were doing the surgery and everything was going to be over. They said I had to go back home. I was explaining to them that I can't go back. I don't even know when you people are coming back. I have a wedding They were like, you have a wedding? You better find a way to fling that wedding, like throw it back, because you have a pressing issue right now, not that wedding. I was confused, so many things on my mind. I was like, what kind of a thing is this? What kind of, and if you know Nigerian weddings, they are very stressful, to get them a hall. You go, they will tell you, okay, so month is booked, so month is booked, blah 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 blah. Oh god, it was so stressful. I didn't know what to do in my life. So the whole wedding wasn't even on my plan for that period. I decided to focus on what was on ground. So they asked us to go. So when we left, they decided that okay, they will call us back the next week. So I decided to go back home, and as I went back home, my dad said I wasn't going anywhere, that I cannot even move from the house because of what is wrong with me, because this is not something that we can even joke with. So I was at home. People were even coming to see me, like, what happened? We heard what happened to you. Our African parents can be. My mom had already broadcasted the whole thing. People were calling me from village, from church, from everywhere. People were already telling me we heard what happened, that you almost died, they almost kidnapped you, they want to kill you. That was how I was just seated there at home. I just sat down. I was just thinking, I said, let them call me back for the surgery. So I think the next week, like Wednesday or Thursday, they called us to come. So when I got there, they gave me a room, made preparations and everything, then carried on the surgery on Friday. And when they went to the theater, they told me it was just going to take like 2 hours, but we're there for over 5 hours. My parents were panicking. Everybody was panicking. Like, what's the problem? What's going on? They said 2 hours. They've been there 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. What's going on? When we came out, the surgeon said she tried, but my tendons were already missing, because this sort of issue, they usually tackle them very early, because when the tendons shrink, you can't find them. The veins are tiny. They are very small veins, when they shrink, you can't get to see them again. You can't find them. So when it happened to me, they said if it was that day, the next day, or just within 3 days to 4 days, they would have been able to fix it. But because they were on strike, they asked me to go back, and it took over 5 days. They can't find the tendons. Look at the hand. Can you see this hand? So they tore down to this side just to see if they will be able to find the tendons. But they said they did all that they could, and they couldn't find the tendons. And that was how they did the surgery. I did physiotherapy, and I wore a cast, and I left the hospital, let's say, same week as my wedding. I left the hospital. I was discharged, let's say, on Monday or Tuesday. So I just had few days to plan and do other things that I could do for my wedding. So I think, okay, I was discharged on, I think, Monday. Then the next day, which was Tuesday, was actually my court wedding. So I wore a cast to my court wedding. So after the court wedding, I went back to the hospital. They decided to put a smaller cast on me, and they told me I can't take it off until after my wedding. So automatically means I am supposed to wear a cast on my wedding day. But I decided to remove it a day to my wedding, because I was like, no, 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 no. This is not it. Although the hand was itching me already, it was itching me seriously. Whenever I opened a little bit, I could see heat rash because that period was hot. I could see heat rash and so many things. The hand was itchy. It was too tight, I was so uncomfortable. I had to remove it. When I removed it, that night I couldn't even sleep because it was just, the hand was dragging. It was painful. But the next day it got better, and that was how I decided to just use cotton wool and this wrap that they usually put bandage and all that. So that was how I took it for my wedding. On my wedding day, I decided to get a glove, a wedding glove that no one wears anymore. I decided to just wear a glove on my hand just to help cover the hand from dirt and someone holding it and all that. And explained everything to my pastor, told him what happened. So when it was time for the ring, he didn't even bother to say, bring out your left hand. They put my ring on my right hand instead of the left that they usually put, and it was just like a pity party. I was so sad. I wasn't even excited that it was my wedding. I will put some clip for you guys to see. My husband kept begging me to smile. I didn't actually have much reason to laugh because I was actually in pain. So I just wanted to just get everything over with. I just managed, to do all that. But I just thank God, I just thank God that everything went well. After the wedding, obviously I wasn't able to cook for months. I wasn't able to wear my clothes myself for months because I couldn't use one of my hands. I can't even bend it, nothing. So if I'm wearing anything that needs my two hands, my husband must help me wear it. My sisters, thank God for them, they were around too. Some of them were coming around, to help one or two things. Guys, it wasn't funny. It wasn't even funny. But I just want to thank God. That was what happened to me, and God kept me. I survived. I'm still here today. Even if this hand can't actually bend completely like this, this is how far it can go. It can't bend like this, until I decide to squeeze it in like this. I'm still good. I don't see anything wrong. I'm still fine. I'm still using my two hands to do the things that I'm supposed to do. I'm still carrying everything I can carry with it. It's not paining me now. It's good. Just that I can't just squeeze it like this. But it is what it is. It is what it is, and I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to God for keeping me. That's the most important thing. That I'm not dead. That I didn't die with that incident. That I survived it. So I just thank God. I just thank God for everything. So guys, that is my story time. That is what happened to me before my wedding, same month as my wedding. I left the hospital same week to my wedding. So I just thank God. I just thank God for life and everything. So thank you guys for sticking. Thank you guys for hearing my story. Thank you guys for knowing this much about me, because I promise to bring more content, more story time, to share more of my experiences as a mom, before I became a mom, and all those things. So please guys, if you do enjoy my story time, please subscribe to my channel. We are about to have a new fave, because guys, I have lots, and turn on the notification bell, so when next I drop a video, you'll be the first to receive it. So bye guys, see you on my next video. Thank you.